What's up, you guys? It's Jonno! Today I've got some more couch catches from the last few days. These are all of my amazing catches that I've been grabbing while I'm either sitting at work or sitting at home or, you know, just wherever I happen to be, and I look at the scanner and it says, hey, there's an amazing Pokemon that you might want to catch, and I'll go and catch it. So these are my couch catches! Now you guys may notice I just caught 100% Tauros. I've been saving the 100 Tauros just in case we ever get trading. I was in the beginning of the game just trading or just saving Tauros in general, but now I'm only saving 100% Tauros. I think that they'll be more tradable. I don't think that trading is ever coming personally, but you know, if it does come, then I'll have a bunch of 100 Tauros to trade for some good mimes or some good you know, Corsolas or something like that, so that's kind of cool. Let's see here. Oh, this is really interesting. Poke Fairy is now scanning 100% Dittos on her public scanner, you guys. This is a big deal. 100% Ditto has been one of the hardest to obtain because it just doesn't scan on the scanners, you guys. It just costs too much money to scan every single Ditto potential, like every single Rattata and every single Hoot Hoot and all these different species that are extremely common. However, Poke Fairy is a legend, and she is offering 100% scanned Dittos on her feed. So if you guys, a lot of people have been like, Jonno, tell us what's the scanner that you use to get the rare Pokemon. I'm like, do you guys even watch my videos? Like, please, just watch the videos. You can find all the information that you need inside the videos. I get so surprised when people ask me, what scanner am I using? Because I'm like, dude, I sit here and I retweet all my scanners all day long. You can see at least a dozen tweets from me every day retweeting those scanners, and I retweet the rare Pokemon that I'm catching myself. So if you guys want to catch the same thing as me, just follow me on Twitter at JonnoPlaysCOC. Obviously, the Alameda Ultramon's Twitter is really good. The Sacktown Ultramon's Twitter is really good. The Poke Fairy's Thizzbot is really good. She calls it Thizzbot because she's from the Bay and she's super hypey like that, so that's pretty lit actually. And then she has a couple other accounts as well. Poke Fairy Shiny Check, TPF Shiny Check. So anyway, if you guys want to find those accounts, just go look through my tweet history and you can see me retweeting them. Again, it boggles my mind when people are saying, what scanners do you use? Especially on the last video that I did, which was the how to not get soft banned, how to prevent getting soft banned. I literally put on the screen what scanners I'm using, and the most common question that I got on that video was, what scanners are you using? I'm like, you guys, my head is like exploding with confusion. I don't understand how you can't figure it out. The fact is, people don't watch the videos. They try to skip through the video and then they skip the information that they wanted, and then they go and ask questions in the comment because they're not paying attention. So I'm like, well, I don't really have any sympathy for you. If you refuse to pay attention and watch the video, then I'm just not gonna help you, you know? So I don't answer those questions. I do answer them every once in a while just for the benefit of other people who might read it, but for the most part, I just ignore those questions. I'm like, please, just pay attention. I put out these videos, I put a lot of work into the videos so I can share the information with you guys, and then people won't even bother to read it. Alright, you guys, so look at this. This is a Mudkip, and it was perfect, but as you can see, it is 1:11 p.m., which is close to the hour mark, and it is no longer perfect. Every once in a while when that happens, I will go and I will respond to the bot, and I will say, hey, it's no longer perfect, just for anybody else who happens to be going to chase it, especially organic players who want to, you know, drive there, and then it may not be perfect anymore, so I try to give them a heads up so they don't waste any more time than necessary. So that's what that clip was. That's why I left it in there. This is gonna be a long video, you guys. I actually have about 40 minutes worth of catches, and I had to thin it down to 17, and then the next catches are gonna be in a second episode. I have so many catches right now, but it's because I'm a little bit behind on my publishing schedule. I decided to produce some other videos. I produced a video that was the Mewtwo in AR Plus mode, so I worked on that instead of working on some of these clips, and I worked on another video that I can't remember, and I worked on that instead of working on these clips. So I've got a bunch of clips just saved up, and I was kind of thinking, well, you know, maybe I just won't publish them. Maybe I'll just move on. And I was like, you know, they're good catches. I love these catches. I'm gonna keep these catches forever. And then people are gonna be like, where did you get that? Where did you get that? Where did you get that? So it's like, well, I may as well just put out the video. So I went ahead and decided to just make this video. Plus, I've got another 17 minutes of footage that I'll probably put out tomorrow or something like that. Today, I'm actually gonna go for an adventure, you guys. I'm gonna get in my car, go drive somewhere cool, film some adventure. As you guys know, my claim to fame right now is I am the only TOS player that is trackers, organic gameplay, and spoofing, you guys. TOS. I'm really following those TOS very carefully, you guys. So that's kind of my running joke right now. Shout out to Steve who gave me the idea. Me and Steve were like brainstorming to see how can we say this in a way that is interesting and funny, and Steve really came through for me. If you guys don't remember Steve, he's the guy that I caught back-to-back unknowns with. We caught a W and then we caught an E back-to-back together. He's been a huge supporter of my channel, one of my favorite guys in the world. He's always watching my channel and giving me pointers, and watching the other channels and being like, hey, did you see this? You know, so me and him, you know, bro down quite a bit, and we actually just chat about Pokemon Go quite a bit. In fact, he's the one who sent me this book, not to mention he's donated me like multiple hundreds of dollars, so I really, really love that guy. But he donated me the book, which is what I should probably use so I can figure out how to pronounce all these Pokemon names that I keep on not knowing how to pronounce. This morning he sent me a message and explained to me how to pronounce Kyogre. Thank you, Steve, I appreciate that. That's my boy right there, teaching me how to do stuff, and he gave me the book, so I'm like, yeah, I should really use it. So yeah, I'm gonna be using that book. Hey, you guys remember when I was talking about electric type Pokemon being boosted in the weather? Steve actually came through for me. He was like, Jonno, you may not really think about this very often because we don't get very many thunderstorms in California, but that's what that's all about. A storm normally has lightning, and I was like, oh my god, I grew up in Arkansas, you guys. In case you don't know, I have like the Arkansas tattoo and the California tattoo. You guys probably can't see that, but anyway, I did grow up in Arkansas. We had huge thunderstorms when I was a kid, crazy thunderstorms, even tornadoes, and I just totally forgot that lightning and thunder are a part of storms, so that's kind of funny. Steve reminded me about that, and that is why we get weather boosted Pikachu and Ampharos and all that stuff during rain. And I had asked that on a previous episode, and people were like, Jonno, you're a nerd, like you should know that there's thunder during lightning storms. And I was like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot that like lightning and rainstorms, like those things go together. So anyway, that was funny. Steve schooled me on that one. Thank you, Steve. It just slipped my mind. Like I just could not put two and two together on that one. I really needed the help from the fans, so I love it when you guys give me that valuable added perspective that I just can't get there on my own sometimes. And that's part of the reason I love operating a YouTube channel, you guys. Even since the Clash of Clans days, I had so many people that would respond on my videos and be like, yo, Jonno, no offense, but you're wrong, and here is what is right. And just really, really amazing people coming out of the woodworks to help me understand things. So it really is helpful to have a channel and to be able to get that valuable feedback from you guys. So thank you, I appreciate that. Now this is a maxed out Wailmer. He's maxed, you guys. He is maxed. Dude, he is the biggest Wailmer that you can possibly catch in the wild. He is a level 35, 100%, so 1323. If you guys ever see a Wailmer in the wild that's over 1300 or even close to 1300, you're looking at a really high IV, really high level Wailmer, all right? So you want to make sure that you catch that bad boy no matter what, golden raspberry that thing, because the closer to 1300 it gets, the closer to perfect and level 35 that it's getting. So I'm still debating, what do we call these maxed out spawns? I want to call them max ultras, but sometimes you'll get like a Rattata that's like a level 35 Rattata. It's not an ultra, so it's not really an, I guess those would be like a max common, but I don't want to have two different words for the same subject, so I still cannot figure out what to call these things. Not very many people watched my previous video. If you guys go back and watch it, it was the Chansey. I caught the maxed out Chansey and evolved it into the maxed out Blissey to see if a maxed out Blissey would be over 3000 CP, which, spoiler alert, it's not. I do highly recommend to go and watch that video and see why it's not, but yes, you cannot catch a Blissey that is 3000 CP in the wild. It is simply impossible. Alright, you guys, that's just not possible, so that's one of the species that won't quite hit 3000. And it's really interesting how close it gets, so if you guys didn't watch that video, I do highly recommend watching it. It's only like a 3-minute video, so yeah, it was a good one, but I happened to release it on the day that Kyogre came out, and unfortunately, you know, Kyogre came out, and that was the focus of everybody's attention yesterday, so the poor little Chansey video didn't quite get the views that I was expecting it to get. Now, this was a lucky catch, you guys. I got 2 maxed out Pokemon in a row. I let that clip go for a little bit too long, sorry about that. The Carvanha right here is a maxed out Carvanha. It's a level 35, 100%. Again, I don't know what to call these Pokemon. I really wish that somebody would be like, yo, Jonno, we should call them this, and then it'll be really good, and I'll be like, yeah, let's call them that, because I just don't know what to call these things. They're the biggest version of that species that you can possibly catch. I mean, it's a really big deal. They're huge. It's level 35. I found out that there's actually half levels in between the levels, so level 35 does not mean 5 power-ups to get to level 40. There's actually half levels, so it's 10 power-ups to get to level 40, from what I understand. So it is a considerable amount of Stardust. I'm not gonna make it like it's so little Stardust, but when you catch it at level 35, it's the least Stardust you can possibly use to power up a Pokemon to max, and of course when they're 100%, they can go to the max CP possible for that species. Only a 100% Pokemon can go to max CP. That's why people like me are so obsessed with 100% Pokemon, because we want to have those maxed out specimens like Tyranitar, you know, like Snorlax, you know, like Blissey. We just want to get the biggest CP you can possibly get for attack and defense purposes. So that's pretty handy. Now obviously the boost in the stats is good too, but maxing out the CP is swag. People can see the CP of your Pokemon when they see them in the gym, and they'll be like, whoa, if they know what they're looking at, they'll be like, whoa, that's a maxed out Tyranitar, like that thing is the biggest Tyranitar you can possibly get. So, you know, that's pretty swag, and that's part of the reason why I collect all these guys. Eventually, I do want to power up one of every species to their max CP as a 100%. That's my end game for all these 100%. So yes, I'm gonna take a Pidgey and I'm gonna max it out to 100%, the highest CP you can get. Obviously, that's a really stupid thing to want to do with my time, you guys, but here we all are playing this video game, and we gotta find something to do to keep us interested in the game, and that is what I'm gonna do. That's my eventual goal. Obviously, I'm gonna pick the more interesting species first, the ones that are more useful, and then I'm gonna start focusing on really stupid stuff like Pidgey and Fearow and things like that. Now, let's go ahead and look at Feebas. Alright, you guys, Feebas here. I believe this was like a level 33 or a level 34. It's a 100. I've been waiting for this spawn for so long. I can't even tell you how long I waited for this spawn, you guys. I was really excited when I finally caught it. And you guys may not have noticed, but all these clips are in the order that I caught them. So they're just in whatever order that I caught them. Otherwise, I would have probably led with this one in the beginning. But I like to just post them in the order that I got them. It reminds me of when I got them and what I was doing at that time. So the Feebas here, he's got perfect stats. I went ahead and set him as my buddy. I was walking a level 35 98%, and I knew I was gonna get 100 and then have to trade it out for my buddy, and I did do that. So this guy ended up being my buddy. Is 7,000 to power up, so he's like level 33 or level 34. That's insane, you guys. That's a good one. That's gonna be the one that I evolve, and then I'll probably look for another one. Interesting story on that guy. I actually got it in Cupertino. It was not on any of the scanners that I follow, and it was on a different scanner that scans worldwide. And when I looked at the location, the cords looked like they were near me, and they happened to be near me. So I was like, wow. So kind of interesting. It did end up on Hog Scanner. It wasn't on Poke Fairy. It wasn't on Alameda Ultramons. It was on Hog dog scanner who scans the South Bay apparently. He's a friend of Pokefairy and he runs a couple of different scanners, and it happened to be on his scanner. So that was fairly interesting. The way that I got that was just weird, so I thought that that was worth sharing with you guys. Now here we got a Muck, one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. He just looks crazy. He looks like, you know, if they still showed the buildings, you know, he would just look like he is like covering the building with like sludge. So he's a fun one. 2293. I don't remember if this guy was perfect or if I just grabbed him because he was so swag, because I enjoy catching Muck. I do catch a lot of these Pokemon just because I enjoy them. Some of them are more rare, like the 100 Tauros, that's rare, you know, I catch it because of its rarity. But then this guy, I caught him just because it's fun, but I don't remember if he's 100, so now this is going to be a surprise for me when I watch the clip back. But yeah, you guys, I basically just catch a lot of Pokemon, and if I think that they're good, I record it. If they're not good enough to record, then why am I even catching it, you know? So pretty much everything that I catch goes on film, and then I try to figure out when am I actually gonna show it to you guys. I really want to see the appraisal on this guy. Battles with the best of him, HP, attack. Oh, he was like a 91 or something like that, or a 93, or probably a 96 or something like that. No big deal though, that's still a pretty fun catch, so I grabbed him just for those purposes. It's just a fun catch, you know, why not? I don't even know if I'll keep him, but it was fun. Anyway, you guys, this is the last clip for this video. You guys are troopers if you watched all the way through. Thank you. Really appreciate that. It's longer than my normal couch catch video because I just had so many clips. So that is just fairly interesting. I'm just catching a lot of stuff right now during the winter. I have to admit something, you guys. I'm a little bit depressed during winter. Winter is just that time of year that I get a little bit depressed. So if you guys, you know, want to say something nice to cheer me up, that'd be great. And make sure you watch my live streams and come hang out with me because I'm just trying to power through this winter. I really don't like winter. It's my least favorite season, especially because there's no light outside and I can't even go play Pokemon. So I'm just spoofing and people are like, all you do is spoof now. And I'm like, you guys, I hate winter so bad. Like, I cannot tell you how badly I do not like winter. So I'm just trying to get through it. And plus I have a new job, so I'm really busy. So, you know, just bear with me, you guys. But I am going out today to go do some adventure content. So please just bear with me, you guys. The channel is not gonna just completely abandon adventure content. It's just winter. I can't stand winter. I'm a tiny bit depressed and I'm like, I don't wanna, you know, do anything, but I'm gonna power through it and go do some adventure content today anyway, and it'll probably make me feel better anyway, so that's my plan. But just bear with me, you guys, alright? The true fans who watch until the end of the videos, just bear with me. Alright, you guys, that's gonna be the end for this video. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my catches. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and stick with me. The channel is gonna do nothing but grow. We're gonna hit 100K, and I can't wait to get there. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to all my awesome subscribers, and peace!